Alright, welcome back to another unboxing video right here. Today I have the Google Home Max. We got a good look of the box and everything like that. Picked this thing up for $150 Black Friday. Originally retailed for $400, though I think normally you can get it around $300 pretty much all the time though. I think that's just the new normal price. So let's go ahead and start opening this bad boy up. Alright, so here's the box itself. I'm pretty basic artwork on the front, literally just a picture of the speaker, Google Home Max. You can take it around, you can look at some popular apps for it and everything like that. There's not really a whole lot on here, probably some serial codes and everything like that. It is a very heavy and big box. Yeah, so to open it up, oh man, this thing really is heavy. To open it up, pretty similar to other Google devices, just like a little pull tape. You just rip off the tape right there. There's another one on the other side, the same thing. Just pull the arrow, rip it off, and let's flip it back around. Ugh. Man, this thing, you can feel the weight of this as I turn it around, just boom. Ugh. There we go. There's the big boy Chungus right there itself. This thing, so first impressions, wow, it feels really nice. So this part right here, this feels like metal, at least it's cold like metal, so I'm assuming it is. Fabric, if you've ever felt any other Google Home speaker, pretty much the same. It's the acoustic, like non-acoustic blocking fabric that they market and everything like that. So let's pop this thing out. Let's get into the boring stuff. So you just get here's the power cable for it. So the nice thing about the Max is even though the Max is really big, unlike other Google Homes, the power supply is actually built into the speaker itself. So the cable, like this little power brick of it, is very small compared to other Google devices. And then you just plug this into the back of the Max and you are good to go. Put that to the side. You just get this little random booklet stuff. Just normal Google and just normal other tech unboxing stuff that you should probably just throw away. So let's slide everything over. Here's the actual speaker itself. This is the biggest speaker that Google makes. And of course it has the Google Assistant built right into it. And that's the biggest reason why I got it. I wanted a nicer speaker for just kind of like easy listening in my house where I can just call Google Assistant and just listen to music whenever I want to. I actually bought 2 of these, and like I said, it was on Black Friday, so they were $150 each, so $300. So that's pretty much the price of a normal one if it wasn't on sale. I bought 2 of these because by default, so if you have this like standing up right here, like this, it plays stereo mode just standing up like that. It's stereo sounding just from itself. But if you, so let's see right here. So attach base here for vertical orientation. No, you can't see that. Attach base here for vertical orientation. This thing's really heavy, holding it with one hand. So if you attach the base is just this little silicone mat, literally just stick on with magnets. And it's kind of just like a normal bookshelf speaker right here. But if you, in the Google Home app, you can actually wirelessly pair 2 of these together. So it creates a stereo pair. And I got this so I can actually plug it into my TV because I wanted a better smart speaker to listen to music, but I also kind of wanted better speakers for my TV and I didn't want to get a soundbar. So I'm gonna see how this solution works out. And you can see on the back right here, the only ports is for the power. Looks like this is, I don't know what this is. It's a little button, probably like a pairing button. This is the mic switch, pretty normal on all the Google Home speakers. It has a USB-C connection. I don't know what that's for. Maybe for charging other devices. Maybe you can play music through it. But it also has a 3.5mm aux port right there. And that's how you can play stuff like TV, or if you can connect it to, I don't know, maybe a turntable or a CD player or something like that if you want to listen to some higher quality music. And yeah, you can definitely tell this is all metal right here. If I touch it, it kind of leaves some fingerprints and everything all around. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's here. So this is just like you can control the volume right here and everything like that. And let's just kind of go into setting this thing up. and seeing how it kind of performs. That's a 50-inch TV, if you want like kind of a size comparison with how it'll look and everything like that. And as another comparison, here's the normal Google Home speaker right there. You can see there's a very big volume difference. I mean, it doesn't compare. It's an absolute beast of a smart speaker. And I mean, it works exactly like you would expect any other Google Home speaker to work. You can just say, "Hey Google, play music."
Playing some music on Spotify.
Like I said, you can control the volume right here at the very top. Not too difficult whatsoever. And this thing gets very, very loud. Just the one speaker by itself. I'm not going to do a sound test because it doesn't matter. Most people are probably listening through phone speakers, and it's not going to make any difference anyways. But I would probably say the volume gets at least twice as loud as that Google Home speaker right there. So if you needed to upgrade from the original Google Home and you just want louder music, I mean, this might be the option for you. Like I said, it's play stereo like by itself, and if you wanted to, you can add a second pair, and it could be 2 individual stereo speakers, which I'm going to do on the corners. I'm just going to set those up real fast, actually, because I want to test that out myself. So, all right, so here's kind of an example of how the speakers will look once you have them kind of set up in that vertical bookshelf style. I want to see how this works as is, and actually, I just noticed this as I was moving them. So if you can see the lights right here, so you can see that they're horizontal as they should be, but if you just kind of, they switch automatically as you tilt them back and forth and everything like that. And someone told me if you flip it the wrong way, it's supposed to...
By the way, the Google Home is upside down.
See,
it will work best if you turn it over.
It tells you right there that the Google Home is upside down, and just reminds you to turn itself over. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. That's how I'm going to use them. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to see how they work as like a little soundbar setup or soundbar replacement. Just to see what works best for my home theater right here. So far, I've been listening to the Google Home Max quite a bit, just listening to general Spotify and YouTube Music and everything like that, just putting it through its paces, and I'm enjoying the speaker quite a bit so far, just replacing the original Google Home speaker with it. I haven't set up the stereo pair for the TV yet, but real quick, the setup for them is so simple. I literally just plug it in, and then you just go into the Google Home app. I'm sure everyone or anyone that's ever had any Google product has gone through this before. You just go into the Google Home app, right there at the very top, it'll just say, set up Google Home Max. It just knows that it's in the area. So you set that up, and it had a firmware update to install. I think it took probably 2 minutes, no time at all, and it's working just fine. And I am impressed by the microphone quality. Well, not microphone quality, but how well the microphones can pick up my voice. Compared to the original Google Home, it's night and day difference. The original Google Home, I would be in another room and it would have a very hard time hearing me, or if the music was high, it couldn't hear me whatsoever. And I would have to, at times, I would literally be yelling straight at it, just like, imagine if it was right in front of me, I'd just be like, hey Google, hey Google, hey Google. And it takes a very long time, and it had a hard time understanding what words I was saying, but the new Google Home Max is significantly better. I just said new Google Home Max. So if anyone doesn't know, the Google Home Max is actually probably about 3 years old. It came out in 2017 or 2018, somewhere around there. They're not new speakers anymore, and there is some competitors out there. When it came out, it was pretty much the best speaker that you can get, at least voice assistant speaker. But in the time that it came out, I mean, the Apple HomePod came out, Apple HomePod Mini, and both Google and Amazon has licensed out their assistant technologies to like other speakers. So now you can get Google Home or the Google Assistant and Sonos speakers and a lot of other speakers now too. And same thing on the Alexa side of it, you can get a lot of Alexa-enabled speakers and other audio devices. So there's a lot more competition now, but if anyone can get these on sale for $150, I think that is probably a great deal, like what I got. Especially if you look at the Google, what's the new one? The Nest Audio. Those ones are $100 each. And so for $50 more, you can get the Home Max which is probably 3 times the size. And I'm sure size isn't everything, but I mean, there's no replacement for displacement. So that's probably a simple fact of the matter when it comes to speakers. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll definitely bring you guys more videos in the future.